I'll do a wee vlog about coaching gear and coaching essentials. I'll put all the links on the YouTube video, and I will be putting a blog together with loads of links to where you can get some of this stuff. But let's just go through it and see what I use for coaching. So, start up, 2 sets of boots. So I like to use Puma Super Kings. I've got 1 pair of molded studs and 1 pair of Astro boots, just for the different surfaces. I wear them to and from training as well. Them I'll just throw on if we're on the grass pitch. Let's do the important stuff, and then we'll go through what I carry in my kit bag and the tactics board that I use. So first up, in the bag, all we've got is, this season we're using Miter Impels. These were actually very kindly donated to us by somebody from TikTok, because the people of TikTok are fantastic. Miter Impels, available on Amazon. I think they're like £105 for 10 or 12 on Amazon. I'll throw a link in for them. Fantastic, really, really good training balls, really high quality. A couple of random spare mixed ones in there as well from like previous seasons. You get to the end of the season, you've got no 2 balls the same. Good chunk of training cones, loads of different colours, just so that you can mark out drills and everything, whatever you need to do. These are probably the most important bit, apart from footballs, that you will use for training your team. Without them, it's a bit difficult. What I will add is the little flat discs that you get as well. Basically like a comb, but a little rubber disc. Fantastic bit of kit. I don't actually have any. I think I left them at like a pitch or something, or one of the other teams has got them. But really, really good. Bibs, obviously essential. Any drills that you're doing, bibs are such an important bit. We wear training kit, so we only really need like 1, maybe 2 sets of bibs, because then everyone's in the same colour anyway. But these were given to us by the IFA. Really good build bibs. I normally like to buy the reversible ones, because then you can sort of rotate them. You don't have to carry 2 sets of bibs around with you everywhere if you want different teams. And that is it in the ball bag. Nothing too mental. What you can do as well is have a smaller bag that you'll use for match day. I don't do it anymore, but I used to have a small bag, and I just have like 3 or 4 balls in there that would use for pre-match warm-ups and stuff like that. And then you would basically have like your first aid kit, all your match day kind of stuff in there as well. Tactics board. So these change all the time, like the brands and everything on them. This is one I use. So you've got a little half pitch on one side, all your wee blue, red magnets. Little black bit to use as a ball or a coach or the referee or whatever you want. Not that you would ever use the referee on there, but that can be your ball that you've got. So I actually use the pen that came with it. It was crap, so I use this. It's just like a normal whiteboard marker, and then you get a little rubber as well, so you can rub off all your lines. This has got the remains of a drill on it, so you've got your half pitch there, so you can even do sort of set piece kind of work if you were taking a free kick or something, set your plays up, all that kind of stuff. There's loads of bits you can do. And then on the other side, this one's seen better days, so if anyone wants to donate me a new one, that'd be amazing. A bit of rust on there, but they generally hold up pretty well. I've had this for a couple of years now. You've got a full pitch on there, so I'll use this to mark out our team in whatever formation we're going to do. If I just throw that on there. You do end up losing some of these magnets and stuff, so let's go back to attacking. So 2 attackers there, 2 wingers. I'm going to go back 4. And then what I would normally do is on match day, I would stick the names under this, so players can kind of come along. So you can stick the names underneath, and then the players can come and see their position, have a look at it and everything, or you can take them through, and it's just a little bit of a reminder as well. And then obviously you can sort of bring in and do some tactical formation stuff and where you want players to move and everything, and visualise it. Really, really effective. British military use model pits and everything to visualise and display where they're going to go when they're going in to do an operation. This is the exact same principle. A picture paints 1,000 words, so really, really effective to be able to show players where you want them on the pitch, what movements you want them to make without actually being able to be on the pitch. So really, really effective. I definitely recommend you get one of them. Maybe not so much for younger ones, but I still think there's value in it where you can sort of show them, especially while they're trying to learn positions and stuff. You know what the pitch looks like, so you can put that on there and show them and teach them their positions. Now this one, I have not been through this, so excuse the mess of whatever's in here, but this is what I carry in my match day kit. So, pocket notebook from us. It's available on Amazon. You can use that, loads of notes and everything. This one's obviously got a little bit damp because I never take it out of the bag. Probably belongs to a player. Pair of gloves. These are really effective. I'll throw a link into these. These have seen better days. I don't use them anymore, but it is basically a headband. So the idea is you put it on your head, and instead of using bibs when you're doing a drill or something, for younger players I wouldn't use it so much for older players, because by the time they get older, they should have their heads up anyway, they should know how to play. The idea is that they have to look up to see the headband to pick out the player that's on their team, rather than bibs. We can sort of catch out the corner of their eye, so they can get away with keeping their head down more. With these, they've got no choice. They've got to lift their head up. So they can be really effective, certainly at the younger ages, for coaching that. Captain's armband, that's an old one, a bit tatty. Some random paperwork. I told you I hadn't cleaned this out. Whistle, always carry a whistle with you, just as a spare, because you never know when the referee's going to turn up without one. Or if you're going to a friendly and one of the coaches ends up doing a referee, then it's always handy to have it there. It's like a hair bubble. Santa hat. It's obviously been in there for a while. Another spare whistle, pen for the notebook, a couple more headbands. Probably take them out. Let's go through the main bit. So these are, you might have seen a video last week, these are player assessment forms that we've been doing over the past couple of weeks, available from Football Hub. So that's just a wee clipboard with all of them in it, so I can sit down with the players like this, just have a chat, take them through everything, do those together. For goalkeeper gloves, they are adult ones because they're from my playing days when I sort of finished up playing in goals, so they're handy to have. We've had a few games recently where we've only had one goalkeeper available if we're doing an in-house friendly or something, and one of the coaches can step in, and it just means that they've got gloves and they're not going to injure themselves. My pinky, as you can see, that was from playing five-a-side without any gloves on. So I like to use finger saves all the time, so that just gives coaches and stuff a little bit of protection if they're using it. Spare kits, home and away there, ready to go. Somebody's spare tracksuit top, another spare kit, first aid kit. Now, this one is from Precision. They're not the best. This one needs topped up. Obviously, we're out of season at the moment, so that will get topped up and refilled before we start the season and before we start any proper matches and stuff. Ice packs are probably the most effective thing to get in there. I picked them up in Asda for, I think it's like a couple of quid for like 2 or 4 or whatever it is. But really, really important to have an effective, useful first aid kit. It's, you don't know when you're going to need it, so make sure it's topped up, make sure it's ready to go. I don't actually rate these ones from Precision. There's better ones on there. If you look from like St John's Ambulance and stuff that have got better equipment that are more suitable for sports. So definitely do a little bit of shopping around with that bandage attached to everything. But what's from in there? Shin pads. These are just, they're actually my old ones. And then another old pair there. They're just spares if the player needs them. They're available. They're in there because this is the bag I used to use when I was playing every week. Club flag. Look at that. Another spare pair of shin pads that probably don't need to be in there. And then just a little bit of tape as well that would normally be in the first aid bag. This bag needs cleaned out. But that is everything that I would keep and take with me to training. I take all of this to training, and then I would take all of it to match day with me as well. Obviously, the first aid kit would be a little bit more packed out and everything. It should be packed out all the time, ready for training, but that will be getting topped up pretty sharp. So I will leave all the links to everything on YouTube, and if you're on TikTok, check out the blog that we've just posted, and you will see links to all where you can get all this kind of stuff and more. There is stuff that I don't have at home with me, like some slalom poles and loads of other bits and pieces that are really effective to carry with you. So check it out, have a look. The links will all be to Amazon, so you can go on there and use your Amazon Prime or whatever. But yeah, that's everything I carry. If there's anything that you carry that I've not covered, let us know in the comments. It's always useful to hear what people find useful and effective. There is loads of other things that go into it, like some people like to use video cameras and all this kind of stuff. So there is extras you can add to all this. This is my basic sort of match and training kit. Thanks very much.